How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you had a great trading day. Let's go ahead and go over the SPY today. Sorry, my video's a little late. I was at the gym, got out kind of late here. But anyway, SPY today, guys. Check this out. We've had the momentum, third day with a flat bottom with momentum, shifting here to the upside. But you look at the volume though. All right, today we're pushing up, but we're pushing up on our volume. And that's something I discussed with one of my members on the Discord. I was like, okay, we're pushing up into the resistance here. And you see this trend line. And let's clear this thing up. So you see our target. You see our target? We didn't, I just didn't put this. If you see my previous video, this was our target. And so let's clean things up a little bit. And you'll see this line, the support, this trend line here. And that's where my target was for SPY. And I was talking to one of my members in Discord, and I'm like, okay, we're going up to that target where that previous support upper trend here becomes a resistance now, and we're going up on lower volume than in previous days. So that was of concern, and we're watching the SPY towards the end of the day. We saw a little pump there at the end like in previous days, and then you all know what happened as soon as the market closed. The SPY just came down. You see that drop after the close, and we gave back everything we had gone up on the day plus more. And so we are now back to square one. So let me take off this cloud that I have here. So you guys can see this better. Okay, so you see the resistance right there, and so that's where we hit, and we came down. So tomorrow, let's keep on watch. I was telling the member on the Discord that, because we were in the live chat, that we were probably going to test resistance, come back down, either here or all the way, and either break down, make a near low, or come and test again and possibly break. But we're not out of the woods, guys. I've been saying this since we got this recovery. You got to remember, we've had this type of recoveries, for example, here, right? And then we drop lower here, and then this one was the true one, right? But you can see here we got above the EMAs, and then we're just right in the EMAs. That's why my colors are red, yellow, and green. As long as we're red, we're below all EMAs. Once we're below, stack the EMAs, so then it turns green, right? And so you could see we're below EMAs right now, and even though we have flat bottoms, so tomorrow's gonna be crucial. Tomorrow, if we form some kind of doji, okay, and then we form a candle that breaks to the downside, then we're going back down. So tomorrow, let's see what happens. Let's see if we form a doji here, or we're just gonna break to the downside right away. So we'll see what happens with the SPY, and we knew this was gonna be resistance. We're watching the 1 hour as well. And while we were heating up here, we're going up, right? I also mentioned, look at the momentum and the squeeze. The momentum is shifting to the downside, and so that was something we're keeping an eye on as the market was going up here at the second half of the day. In the morning of the SPY, at the open here, we played I played some puts and then I went to lunch, and when I came back, I saw the market trending up. So, and then you saw what happened at the open. So those were my plays on the SPY today. I played it 3 times, I believe. coming down, up and down. I would get the top, sell the bottom. And so that's what I did for day trading today. Let's go to the Qs. So Qs, you can see again my target right there. You see we're very, very close to it. We're very, very close to it. But after hours, again, the market gave everything back. Here, the Qs gave everything back. And now we're back at support. We're back at square one. So let's keep an eye on and see what happens tomorrow. We might have a red day tomorrow. We might have a sideways day tomorrow where we're gonna go up and down and create a doji, right? And then probably create a candle to a flat top like this, and then we go and trending back down. So these are what and if you see my channel, these are what I teach all the time, to look for reversals. You see those dojis? And so once you get a doji and then a flat top, you just, ride those flat tops until you get some interest in support. You can start selling something for profits. So that's where we're at. Came very close to that and rejected again. So that's, and the VIX, again, always looking at the VIX for potential bounces. So here we had, and that's something I was watching on the VIX, that we're hitting here on some support, while the SPY was kind of topping there at the top. And so if we look at the 10-minute on the VIX, we're at 21. And so this is what I'm looking for. I was thinking the VIX comes to here, right? And then the big bounces. And now check this out. Every time the VIX, we have this upper trend here. And every time the VIX bounces to the upside, right, it keeps getting higher and higher. So this time we went the high last time was 35. This time was 38. And so, of course, it's not going to go straight up like this, even though this one's pretty close. The next one could be higher. We could hit 40, $50 before the market goes down again. So let's watch a potential bounce here on the VIX. If that happens, the market can come down even further than what he already did. So let's keep that on watch. Let me see what happened to my chat here. Oh, hey Crystal. Sorry, my monitor on this side, guys, when I came to do a live, it's not working. And so usually I have my YouTube chat over here where I can see if anybody's asking, but I put it on this side and it's hiding behind my live menu here. But you're asking about Nvda. Let's check that out. Yeah, so Nvda, again, we came and hit resistance right here. Okay, where you have those dots, those are resistance. And we hit it, and again with the SPY, it brought everything down. So everything hit resistance today, guys. And I've been saying, we're not out of the woods, because what I was expecting is some type of bounce or recovery, and I was expect maybe to go here and then to the downside. Because look at these recoveries that we've had in the past. Look at this one on December, right? On Nvda, Crystal. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside, and then we kind of consolidated, and then we could not break this trend, and we went back down. Okay, so same thing here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we needed one more, and we still might get it. Who knows? And then to the downside. Okay. The only way we can become bullish on this stock is if we break above this 275, 280, if we do this, right? And then we bounce here for confirmation of support, and then we keep on moving to the upside. That's the only way we're gonna confirm a reversal here on Nvda. Sorry guys, I'm drinking my shake after workout. So those are the potential plays. So Nvda, if you look at the 10-minute, okay, you saw how it sold off here after hours. So get back everything that we had done in the day. Okay, so this little rally right here throughout the day just went to the gutter. So that's what we're looking at. Nvda tomorrow could be a red day or a sideways kind of trend day, and we might do this on a lot of stocks. And again, guys, I'm not a bear, I am a bull. I have long position on these stocks like Nvda, Microsoft. I don't want the market to come down, but as a day trader, if the market is going down, I am going to trade it to the short side. Okay, in the long term, I want the stocks to recover and I want the stocks to go higher, because I myself am I going to make in my investments more money. So I'm not a bear, but you need to learn to play the markets both ways. Okay, long and short. If you day trade, if you're just looking for long-term investments, well then wait for confirmations. Okay, wait for confirmations and trade the dojis. Look, you have one here, that's a nice confirmation, then a flat bottom, you just ride the trend. Then you have a doji, a lot of indecision dojis. Finally you get a flat top here. So what does flat top mean? To the downside. And then you have one here at support, and this one failed, just one. But you also look at the momentum. Okay, that's why you have to look at the momentum and volume to help you decide, build your analysis, whether the stock has potential to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so AMD, more blood, could be. Yeah, it's not over. I've been saying it. I've been saying that it's not over. We're not out of the woods. And if you go to the weekly, you see it more clearly. Now, I love what's happening in the weekly, because in the weekly, and I was talking to this on my member on the Discord, and you have this doji here, right? So two things can happen. Next week we're looking for a break to the upside with a flat bottom, or a break to the bottom with a flat top, and that's going to give us the direction next week, because if we close on this doji this week. So we're keeping an eye on that. This is Nvda. I think most stocks are doing this, so that's going to be crucial to tell us where we're going. Okay, if we break to the top on this doji, that can confirm the right change of trend to the upside. So the weekly tells us a lot smoother trend of where we're going. Okay, so keep that on watch. You said AMT, and these are good ones because I was gonna cover these anyway. So good thing that you're listening. I can cover them for you because I was gonna cover them. So again, look at this. Look at how precise our targets are on these videos. And look at my past videos, guys. I just don't put this before the video we start the live. These are targets that we have when we're going to the short side and when we're going to the upside. And so this is the trends that I'm talking about. And I was talking to about it with one of my students that I'm in the Discord, and he's been learning a lot on how I do my analysis and my technicals. He admits that it's very different than everybody else. It's more simple, and he understands it way better. Like everything's more clear the way I teach it. And so I was telling him, look at these trend lines, and we all have these on the daily. And I had mentioned to him, and I probably mentioned on the videos, that when we started bouncing here, we're gonna test this upper trend, right, to the upside, and then reject and come back probably lower. Because the same thing happens when you break to the upside, right? If we were to break this trend, that's just the psychology of the market, if you want to call it, right? Anytime you break a trend, right, the stock will break, the stock will come and test the trend, and then stock will make its second leg up. Well, to the downside is the exact same thing. And so before this even happened of today's sell-off, we had already talked about it, and we had already said, okay, this is what might happen. Once we touch that upper trend, it might reject and come down stronger to the downside. So what's going to happen tomorrow? We got to see. We got to see what we're talking about. It's gonna come to pass. Okay, so the charts, they tell us everything, guys, and that's why I'm saying stop listening to the media. They'll pump stuff. They'll tell you to buy stuff, you know, and then they'll leave you there. Look at the charts. The charts tell you the money. It's not a coincidence, guys. When the stock is here, they get it gets an upgrade, right? You get news that it got an upgrade. And then the stock goes to the upside. Why? Because they're buying here, and they want everybody else to get in and move it up, right? So they're very well in it. Everybody's. It's not a coincidence, right? We always get upgrades, and we always get news at the perfect spots of supports or breakouts. What a coincidence, right? So, we came to this rejection, and now we're down. I know you don't see the downside here, but if we go to the 10-minute, you saw how it sold off, right? Where's the after hours? Right here. Just came down. And then you mentioned PayPal. Oh, PayPal got destroyed. My goodness. So PayPal, let me clean this up a little bit. Let's go here. Oh, I got more lines. Okay, so PayPal, you can see this bear flag right here, right? Or wedge, whatever you want to call it. And once we broke underneath, it just came down. Then we formed a doji. Remember, doji indecision candles. And once we broke that doji to the bottom side, and we knew this doji was coming to we're gonna break to the downside. Why? Because volume is red and momentum is red. So it's very easy to understand, right? The chances of this going up are very low because we have red volume, real low volume with momentum, red momentum. Look at, right? And so we got this doji, again, red, right here. Look at right here. Green volume. And then we got change into momentum. This right here, all right, we covered in the video days back that we're probably gonna, if we broke above this, we're sure that we're gonna break above because of change of trend. Okay, momentum had shifted, green volume, and sure enough, we broke. And then PayPal got destroyed with earnings, right? And so PayPal to the downside. If we go to the weekly, so this right here, it's a long ways to go, but let's see. We have this resistance here, and we're pretty close. 124. Where do we come to? 129, 128. Yeah, so tomorrow this could be a potential bounce. Okay, but the way it's going, it probably wants to come to this weekly 82. This would be a great dip buy. Okay, you can start nibbling here from 120 to 82. I mean, but this would be a great dip buy if we were to get to 82, in my opinion. Now, the safe way to do this, right, is to let it consolidate, maybe form a doji here, and then play the break to the upside, right? So you would wait for the next day after the doji, and as soon as we break above here, right, you'll form a candle, meaning you played all this to the upside on that day. Or it continues flat top, flat top, flat top until we get here, and then here we'll form a doji, and then guess what? They're gonna release some crazy bullish news from PayPal once we get this doji to the upside, right? What a coincidence. Or some crazy target upgrade, or some crazy partnership deal, something to make it go up. So, but you know, if we get a doji with green volume, change of momentum, you don't anticipate the day before, get in, because they might release some sort of news, and your stop loss will be right underneath your doji. Okay. Let me see if I can show. What are these things? I can't remove. But I think we had a doji here. Yeah. Do you see this doji? Right there. And then we broke to the top. And look, flat bottom. Look at that. All the way. This was back in April. Look, all the way. You can write this flat bottoms. You can catch a big move. Then this doji, you could have waited to see if we broke below, right? Next day didn't break below. This doji, you were waiting to see if we break below for an exit. This one finally breaks. Okay. And then here, shift of trend to the downside. Right? And then this one held the support and we'll move up. But you could see the big move you caught. So, very simple, very different the way I trade. You're on spawn. I missed this today. PayPal having death drop. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Google Split's gonna be good. I think it's gonna bring more volume to retail traders. Okay. Too expensive right now for a lot of retail traders to trade it. So it's good. I think it's good for volume. It's good for options. I don't know if you play options. So I think the split is good. Split is good for Google. Tesla, going on with our best friend Tesla. This is our weekly. You see, weekly we're cracking below the EMAs. This is not good. We can always bounce like here, right? But we can always just continue down. If for some reason the market just continues to drop, this would be a great day buy for Tesla. If Tesla were to go down here, some crazy bullish news will come out. Just watch. As soon as we touch those levels, and Tesla will go up like a rocket. Okay, that's why sometimes this great support, I like to get in, especially if we end up with the doji at the end of the day. I want to anticipate the break tomorrow. But if you want to play safer, you can always get in at the break the day that it breaks. But what happens is on this doji, they can release news the next day, and by pre-market, you know, it's skyrocketing. But you know, it just depends what type of person, what type of style, you know, you want to play. So I always look for momentum. Look here, the TTM. This is not the TTM, but it's very similar, almost identical as the squeeze. So I use the TTM with the volume, flat bottom, flat top, really easy. You follow the trend. Not rocket science. People make it so complicated with all these lines and Bollinger Bands stuff. I mean, I guess if it works, but I keep it simple. Whatever works for everybody, right? Whatever your edge is. Yeah, Elon would tweet at support. Yeah, you better believe. You know, he'll probably say Tesla building flying cars. Battery flying cars or something. You're right. Oh, look at this. Look at this, right? Right when we touch the line. On this day, we got something. I don't remember what it was. We got some news. I look at how much it reversed. Like, it just, the next day to the upside. That's insane. So yeah, you're right. We come there, I'm telling you. He's tweeting they're making flying cars for 2024 or something. And the thing will shoot up to $2,000. But that's how it works. That's how it works. That's why support and resistance is all you need. Okay, and volume. That's all. Don't listen to the news. The news is gonna make you buy in between. That's pretty much it. Microsoft, another one, favorite of mine. This one's holding pretty well, but look at this, guys. Right at support. Right at support. You know, it gets back, bottom back up, and again, hitting that trend, that daily trend line. Like I said, Nvda has this, SPY has this. All the big names, they all have that trend line that we broke, right? So now we come to test trend line, right? And then we reject. How far down we're gonna go? Now this is what's crucial. This is what's gonna make it or break it. Either we do this, right, something like that, and we make a higher low, or if the market's still gonna go down, you know, we'll make a lower low. That's not good. If we make a lower low, it's not good. Continue to go down. The bleeding will continue. So, I mean, Microsoft, geez, if we were to get to these levels, 238 is like on sale. You better load up. I'm just playing. I'm not giving financial advice, but I personally, if we were to get to these levels, I will load the boat. I'm already in Microsoft, and so I'll just add more. I'm in it long term. Nvda, Microsoft, Apple, those are my long terms. Yeah, all Nasdaq stocks run together. They also have the same pattern. And that's why Apple was pumping. Apple was going up this morning. Right? So Apple was not letting on the SPY drop. Okay, and I was playing puts on the SPY while it was dropping. Right? But Apple was moving up. And so the downtrend continued for a little while, and then Apple was pushing it to the upside. And then we had that pop during lunch. But Apple here, where are we in the morning? 8:30, yeah. Apple was moving up. Couldn't break that resistance though. In 75. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Like a 5 minute. Yeah, 8:30, 9. We're breaking to the upside here on 9. I remember 9 o'clock, and at the open, the SPY was trying to push down, and then you can see this 10 o'clock. We went up. 10:30. You see, at 10:30 we started a reversal here on Apple, and then at the close it sold off with everything else. But we have this nice trend on the 5 minute. It'll be interesting to see if it holds our day trade to the upside. But Apple, guys, has been holding really nice. Had incredible earnings. Everything is looks good. Look at that. It's held up really well. So Apple, we break this trend. Check this out. If the market is going to be weak though, but if Apple gets above 175, that 176 level, we have room to about 182. Yeah. You see that trend right there onto the upside? You see that beautiful trend to the upside? If we break this consolidation, this is where our target would be. If I was day trading this, that's where my target would be. If we break this consolidation. So keep an eye on that. If the markets for some reason shift to the upside tomorrow. It looks very hard though. It looks like we're going down. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, Apple has been trying to pull everybody up. It's the leader, man. Thank God for Apple, or we would be doomed. My portfolio would be doomed too. Apple holding everything together. Yeah, the EV stocks, we're just in an era where just they'll get their hype again. Don't worry. Don't worry. I was in LCID when months ago too, when EV stocks weren't doing well, and then everybody was talking about a whole bunch of garbage. I don't listen to nobody. I just look at the charts. And so when LCID came over here, I ended up selling it. Yeah, people wanted on this one. Even some traders I know, they were looking for 60, 65. I'm like, I'm out. I'm good. But yeah, I was this thing used to be called it was an LCID. It had another ticker name. Do you remember? I can't remember the name it had before. But I was in before it was switched to LCID. So man, if LCID were to come here again, I would grab some. Now I did get LCID here. Okay, and it failed, and I got out on that trend. I'm like, okay, if we bounce off this trend, and we break out of this wedge here, we can move. But the market within, so. But I love to get on those trends, guys, because when they work, you get huge profit. But if they break, yeah, you just get out with small loss. I did that with coin, with Nvda. When they bounce, you just ride the trend. So here I was anticipating. I'll tell you exactly what I was looking for. I was adding dips on this day, anticipating a doji, some kind of doji, and then break to the upside. And that's what I'm saying. When you're a little bit more conservative, you can wait for a doji, right? And add on that doji on the or you can, play the break of that doji. That's playing it a little bit safer. And sometimes I do that. And sometimes I'm a little bit more aggressive, and I'm adding right on the trend, hoping for doji the following day. But yeah, when it doesn't work, you have to cut it for a small loss. But when they work, I mean, just ride the train. Churchill Capital, yeah, but what was the ticker name? Do you remember? Ticker name was I can't remember. The ticker name was not LCID. It was something else. CDV? No, CD. What was it? I don't remember. But man, if we get down to this levels, it would be great. You bought it at a great price. Yeah, CCIV. There you go. Yeah, man, Crystal, you know your stuff, man. You know your stuff. That's good. It's awesome. Do you trade options or do you trade equities or shares? What do you do? Do you day trade more? Do you swing trade? Google, what a monster. The earnings, what it made it do. Right at support, right? QCOM, man, good stuff too. Kind of sold off there with the market. You don't see it here. It's not updated, but you go to large time frame. Oh, awesome. Cool. Do you do it in the morning? Do you work? Do you have a full-time job, or you do this full-time? Or do you work from home? I know sometimes traders work from home and they trade kind of full-time. There you go. That's awesome. Yeah. And so one of the students I'm mentoring right now, he's the same thing. He's steady. Steady just learning and small gains, but it's really helping him. It's really helping. He comes from penny stocks, and he's getting his feet wet with options, but so far he's had success and really likes the style that I'm teaching. But if you wanna join us, if you're able, because I go live, the links on the bottom of Discord, you can I go live in the mornings and while I'm day trading, and you can hear me and I can answer your questions live. So if you want to join us, the link is there on the bottom. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Be ready for tomorrow or whatever the market brings us, and be ready to play both ways. I mean, if it's bearish, let's play some puts. If it market bounces, let's play some calls, and let's be ready to execute on both sides. Have a plan, have a strategy, and hopefully these videos are helping you. And if they are, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and a subscribe, and share it with your family and friends that want to learn stocks, want to know more about the markets. You can share it with them, and everybody can learn at the same time. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys mañana. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a good night. Adios.